Today, I will be saying the story of the king of the Golden Mountain. So, once upon a time, there used to be a man who was very prosperous. He had so much wealth. So he decided to make even more wealth by crossing the river, by crossing the ocean and go to other countries. So he set out with his two ships and started the journey. Unfortunately, all the two ships and all this the two ships drowned, and he lost all of his wealth. He became very sad and did not know what to do. The only thing which he is left with was his land and his son. His son's name was Hazel. So one day, the man returned to his land and decided to take some rest. While he was resting, a dwarf appeared and he was named Mannequin. And the dwarf asked him, "Why are you so sad, my friend? What do you want? Ask, and I will help you. But in return, you need to give me the first thing which holds you right now after 12 years." Then the man agreed and said and asked for so much wealth. So he returned home, and the first thing which touched him was his was unfortunately his son. When he went upstairs into his attic and checked whether the money came from the mannequin or not, he saw that the wealth did not come, and he thought that he could reject the money. He could reject the money when it comes, so that he could save his son. But unfortunately, when he decides to reject the money when it comes, he has gone up to the attic, and he has been waiting for the money. No money came, no wealth came. So he thought, why didn't any wealth come? And then he checked his box where he used to store his wealth. When he checked that, he noticed that his box was full of wealth, and all the wealth magically appeared there. He was lost in confusion, and he did not know what to do. 12 years completed, and this is the time to return the thing which holded him before 12 years. So he was very depressed and he was very sad. He was very tensed. So he needs to give his son to the mannequin right now. And when he tells this story, when he tells this to his son Hazel, Hazel says that, "Don't worry, my father. I know that this was going to happen. So because a magical fairy appeared in my dream last night and said that if I draw a circle around you and sit with you, the mannequin won't be able to take me away from you." Then his father gets very happy and says, "Yes, then we will do that." They have done as the magical fair goddess said, and that worked. But the mannequin was very angry, and he was always looking forward to take his revenge. After some squabbles, both of them came to an agreement. They decided to leave Hazel on a boat on the ocean. If he survives, he will survive in the hands of Mannequin. But if he dies, he will be lost forever, and he will not be available to Mannequin or his father. So this one was very risky. But Hazel decided to take it, and he accidentally drowned by the high forceful waves of the ocean. His father thought he was dead, and both of them left. But Mannequin was very happy because he thought he got his revenge. Little the thing which his father and Mannequin did not know is that Hazel did not die; he just drowned. Hazel drowned, and he was pushed away by the force of the waves to another island. On that island, he saw a huge golden mountain with a big palace. So he entered the palace and searched all the rooms. He didn't find anything, but in one room, which was a chamber, he found a white snake, which was kept in a cage. The snake magically spoke to him, saying that, "I am actually a human being, and I am in the form of a snake under this spell. If you can please break the spell, I will turn back to my original human form. But to break the spell, you need to suffer the agony from 12 men, and at last I will revive you." Um, the the son Hazel agreed, and he took the agony for 3 nights. And at last he was exhausted, and he died. The spell was broken, and the snake turned into a human being who was the princess. and the princess revived him and married him. Both of them were the king were the queen and king of the Golden Mountain Kingdom. They led a happy life from there, and they also gave birth to a child. Both days, many years passed by, and Hazel has become very old. He decides to return to his father's town and pay him a visit. So he Queen says no for a lot of times, but Hazel does not listen because he wants to see his father so bad. So the queen reluctantly says yes and gives him a wishing coin, um, which will bring anything, or which will take him anywhere where he wants to go. But the queen kept one condition: do not wish me and our son, please. Then Hazel says okay and wishes to go near his father. He goes to his father, he surprises his father, and then his father asks, okay, then show me your family. Then Hazel accidentally wishes his son and his wife, the queen. So both of them appear now. The queen is very frustrated and is very angry for Hazel for wishing her and her son. So she did not know what to do, and she was also very angry. So Hazel decided to rest for some time. In this time, the queen took up the wishing ring from Hazel and vanished away to the Golden Mountain. Hazel woke up and realized what happened. He got very angry and very depressed. So he decided to walk back to the mountain of the. He decided to walk back to the kingdom of the Golden Mountain. On his way, he was not even nearly there because that was so far. So when he was continuing his journey, in the midst of his journey, he found three giants quarreling. He found three giants quarreling for the three items of their inheritance. When Hazel came by, the three giants asked him to say what is better, so that the giants could take the better one. There was one cloak which makes anyone invisible, and then there's a boot, and there's a pair of boots which can take the wearer anywhere they want. And at last, there's a sword It is so powerful that when the one who has the sword says heads off except mine, all the people around him dies. Then Hazel said okay. Then he tried all those three items. But what he did is that he did not judge them. He took them and ran away to the Golden Mountain. By the cloak he became invisible, and by the boots he wished that he needs to go near the Golden Mountain, and thus he went there. And then he went to the Golden Mountain, and he decided to enter the palace. He decided to enter the palace with the cloak on, so that he could be invisible to all the people inside there and could see what is happening. When he entered the palace, to his surprise, there was a wedding and the queen was marrying another woman. And Hazel got very angry. He got so much angry that he could not control his anger. He opened his cloak and said that I am back and this wedding will be cancelled. He spoke to the queen for some time and he scolded her so much. When he came back and said again that this wedding is cancelled, all of you go, then all of the people, all of the subjects in the kingdom laughed at him so ridiculously. He couldn't control his anger anymore and said, heads off except mine, with the sword. Everyone died, including his son, his beloved wife, and all the subjects of the kingdom. And then he realized what thing he has done and how stupid he is. So he felt very sad for himself and decided not to do anything this stupid another time. Thank you.